Manchester, joined now by Texas Congressman Michael McCaul. He is chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee and member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Congressman, good to see you. Thank you for joining us after the horrible events. I mean, it can happen here. I mean, you go to the airport, you stand on the sidewalk. Before you get to security, you look both ways and wonder. You go to the mall, you know, stand in line for a show. That's the soft area target where this apparently happened. Can we better protect ourselves from an occurrence of this here in our country?
Well, we are, Eric, but we really can't stop all of it. And we know every day messages are coming out of Raqqa, Syria, which no doubt impacted this case in Manchester to attack. And it's not just hard targets, it's mainly soft targets, like what we saw at the Boston bombing, a sporting event. They also like to attack concert events. They did that in Paris, in the Paris attacks. And honestly, I don't think there's any coincidence that this attack occurred at the exact same time the President of the United States was visiting, talking about the threats of radical Islamist terror to not only the region, but to Europe and to the United States. And I think this is probably a direct response to that.
He also asked and urged the Muslim nations in their own culture and in their own communities, in their mosques, for moderate Muslims to speak out, for the governments to take action. Do you think you can change that culture?
Well, we have to. And I think the president's remarks, that's probably the best speech I've seen him give, reaching out to the Muslim community. At the end of the day, the solution lies with them. They have to step up to the plate and clean up their own religion, which has been perverted by this radical Islamist terror. And so I think it was a profound meeting the president had with the Saudis, then to go to Israel, and then to the Vatican, really looking at the three major faiths in the world stemming from Abraham, trying to reconcile the three religions so we don't have this terror. But unfortunately, Eric, in our lifetime, it's not going to end. This ideology is way too strong, and we're going to see more of these attacks in the future.
Yeah, and sadly, I mean, we had the Minnesota stabbing attack just last year. Quickly, Congressman, we're running out of time. I apologize. What do we do?
Well, I think we make sure that these, as we squeeze the caliphate and foreign fighters come out of the region, we ensure that they don't get into the United States. We know 10,000 of them came from Europe. We know that they're going back to Europe right now, which is a huge threat to Europe. We'll make sure, and I had a task force to look at foreign travel of terrorists to keep these terrorists from coming in and entering to the United States and conducting what we just saw in Manchester.
Congressman Michael McCaul, thank you, and thank you for your service as our intelligence service is, as we see